bedroom or a lean-to with a bunch of guys. Almost always somebody snores, and that isn't the biggest source of noise that wakes you up. At least so far, it's been sleeping pads. The blow-up sleeping mattresses. They squeak and rattle and crunch and everything else every time anybody moves. And so, but fortunately, I am able to, every time I get awakened, can go back to sleep really quickly. And so that's not too bad. Got up this morning and ate a little bit of breakfast. Some oatmeal and chia seeds with some dried fruit with warm water, and made kind of a nice meal. Little squirrel right up there. I don't know if you can see him or not. He's not happy with me. There you go. Psst, 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 psst. Psst, psst, psst. He's telling me, get out of my territory. Where'd you go, little buddy? There he is. It's funny because the animals are not that frequent that you see. A lot of squirrels, some chipmunks, all kinds of birds. And one of the things I wanted to tell you about this morning was on the trail, there's a lot of times what little news you hear about the trail is, in my opinion, so far, somewhat overblown. There's a kind of hawk called a goshawk, I think the northern goshawk to be specific, that is real protective of its nesting area. And so one of them apparently, or maybe as a few, who knows, was nested along the trail and was dive bombing hikers, and actually had cut one guy's eye and stolen a couple of hats and scratched one guy's forehead pretty good. And so there's signs up everywhere, beware of the northern goshawk. And if they go to dive bomb, you hold up your trekking poles above your head so that, you know, they can't quite get to you. And I really figured it was overblown and didn't expect to see any, because I haven't seen any moose or any bear or anything like that. Well, yesterday afternoon, I wish I'd gotten video of it, but I was walking along. There was a little bit of cardboard sign in a tree that said, warning, goshawks have been known to, you know, da-da-da. And I thought, yeah, okay, there's another sign out of probably 20 that I saw. And not 100 yards later, I hear this strange bird calling that sounds a little ominous. And I look up and see this bird kind of swooping down, pretty good sized hawk. And so I got my trekking poles up, and sure enough, it never did come down quite to me, but probably within 15 feet or so. And I started calling back kind of in bird language, get out of here. And you know, how would you think, how would I know what bird language is for get out of here? But apparently it worked, because as soon as I started calling to that hawk, it went back up and went and perched on a branch way up and still called to me some, but it never came back at me again. So I did experience the northern goshawk threatening maneuvers, but nowhere near an attack. And that was pretty much the excitement yesterday. Give you kind of a view through the trees of that pond. Goes and goes and goes and goes. If I get a clearing, I might show you another view of it later. So today is supposed to be a little ways of nice flat trail like you're seeing here, and then after that we get to the first of the Bigelow Mountains. And today I'll probably end up having to climb up 3,000 or so feet to my next campsite, but I'm not sure which one it's going to be. We'll have to kind of wait and see how today goes. Good morning on day 16. Just leaving Little Carry lean-to on Little Carry Pond lean-to on Little Carry Pond. Just off to my right is up here is kind of funny. They call a pond what we in Texas would definitely call a lake. It's a pretty big body of water. Had a good night last night. There were about 8 or 9 people in camp. There were 5 of us in the lean-to. It's kind of interesting to be in the I suspect if you listen carefully, you can hear my breathing hard. I just came up over, about to top out Little Bigelow Mountain. I think the next one over is the other Bigelow Mountain, and it's probably that one right up there that I'm gonna probably be on top of tomorrow. It's been a good day. The uphill hadn't been nearly as painful as previous uphills, but I'm not quite done yet. Gonna sleep in a campsite tonight, rocking the tent, and looking forward to what tomorrow brings. Oh my goodness. So we began day 17, actually about 3 hours ago, in camp, and started almost immediately up Avery Bigelow Mountain. And it's been a heck of a climb, a 4,000-foot climb. I'm going to show you a kind of a 360-degree panorama of what you can see from the top of this mountain. You can see in the bottom of the screen the remnants of the old fire watchtower. I don't know how long ago, but a long time ago, that they put up here to keep a view of all the things around. And it's pretty easy to see why they'd put it up here. I'm not sure what ski area that is right over there, but you can see the score marks in the mountain from the ski runs. And we're over 4,000 feet tall or high, and I don't know whether it's good news or bad news, but the next piece of the journey is the next of the mountains, which is another 4,000 feet peak, but I don't have to go quite down to zero to start back up it. Kind of a tough day, to tell you the truth. I'm not climbing up these mountains is is real and tough and serious, and I feel like I'm in as good a shape as I have been in a very long time, especially after 2 weeks of hiking, and almost all of it has been up and down mountains. And they say that after this range, there's the White Mountain Range, and there's a peak on there called Washington Peak, or Washington Mountain, and that's supposed to be one of the toughest on the entire trail. And I'm kind of a little bit dreading it, but maybe I'll be even better shape by then, and we'll see what the rest of today brings. Okay, still standing on top of Avery Bigelow Mountain, looking across to Bigelow West Mountain. That's the next thing. It's only 7/10 of a mile from this peak to that peak, but probably about 1,000,000 steps. I'm maybe exaggerating, but not by much. Now we're on top of Bigelow West, another 4,000 foot tall mountain. It gives just an incredible view. That's just found out is Flagstaff Lake. There used to be a town there, and it's a man-made lake, and they covered over the town. I'm pretty sure those two are the horns that I'm about to go over. And then down lower from there, here's I found out also from some local folks that the ski area over there is Sugarloaf Mountain. I've heard of it. I've never skied there, obviously, since I haven't been to Maine before. And then it's just a little airport in the Carabasset Valley. And again, back to the summit where there's some day hikers, really nice people.